How you doing? I'm Chuck Waddington. I'm the head volleyball coach here at Angelo State. I'm going into my 7th year as the head coach here. Our program has come a long way in those 7 years. When I got here, we were not only in the bottom of the conference, we were probably near the bottom of the country in terms of our level of play, and we've made some incredible strides over the last 7 years. Ranked as high as number 7 this past year, been to the NCAA tournament 3 times in a row, have had 5 All-Americans in the last 2 years. That's a huge jump for us, and we only want to go higher. So that's one of the reasons why I'm here. Angelo State has provided me the opportunity and the resources to be successful, and my job is to take advantage of that stuff and get us some championships, conference championships, national championships. Those are the things that we're striving for on a daily basis in our program. I got into coaching kind of by accident, about 17 or 18 years ago. A friend of mine that I knew asked me to help him restart the program at a junior college, and I learned right away that I kind of had a passion for coaching, that I was something that I was good at, and I had the ability to kind of motivate kids and find out what buttons to push to help make them better and to challenge them, and it's led me to here. And so before I was here as a Florida Southern, and we were a top 5 team in the nation before I left, and that's my goal here. We want to compete at a high level, we want to bring in the best kids, and we want to win. Volleyball is probably one of the toughest team sports there are out there. It's kind of, there are a lot of sports that require a lot of people to do different things all at the same time, and volleyball is very similar to that. But I think one of the things about volleyball is that you can't do it on your own. And in football, you can have a guy run back a kick. If he's faster, he has a good chance of scoring. In basketball, a guy can take the ball to the hole, and score on his own. But in volleyball, that scenario really doesn't exist. And so you have to depend on all the people around you to kind of get the job done. And that's awesome. You want to build relationships with your players. You want to build, trust in each other, and those are things that we want to carry forward into all parts of our lives, and I think volleyball is a great sport to do that. I like it that volleyball is an aggressive sport. You can swing away, you can hit the ball as hard as you want, and nobody's going to yell at you for it. There are some other sports where you try to take your aggression out while playing a sport and you're penalized for it. Well, volleyball is not one of those. We want our kids to be aggressive and go for, take risks and stuff like that. So it's a fun sport to play. It's a lot of fun for our fans to watch. It's exciting. Something is always happening, and I think that's why it's fun. That's why I like to play it. That's why I like to coach it. Coaching for me is a competitive outlet. I want to win. I want to win in everything that I do. Whether it's noontime basketball or a team that I'm playing, or I want to win. And playing a sport is something that kind of allows you to do that, and coaching is something that allows you to do it as well. I think one of my most memorable moments as a coach here has nothing to do with championships. I think it has to do with the first year that I was here, and the transformation that kind of happened with the players that we had who had gone through some tough years prior to that. And I made a promise to them when I actually came and interviewed for this job, that I told them what was going to happen. I said, we're going to win as many games this first year as you have your whole career here combined. And I think they kind of laughed at me when I told them that. But sure enough, we did it. And to change the culture of what we were trying to do here was hard, and they committed to it. They bought in, so I give them full credit. We had a couple seniors that year, Tess Brinduck and Christina Doris, who just kind of, they bought into what we were doing. And, I'll never forget just their reaction to having a winning season and doing some things that they had never done before. And I think that carries me forward every year. Obviously winning a conference championship and, watching our players become All-Americans, those are some pretty awesome things that we've done over the past few years, and things that we want to continue to do. Banners are important. You want people to see your success, and when they walk in your gym, I want them to see the things that we've done. And I want, when a recruit comes on campus, I want her to feel like she can be a part of something special when she's here. And I think that's a big reason why people come here. There's tradition here. There's an expectation of winning, and but winning the right way and enjoying it along the way. When a young lady's sitting in my office and they're, talking to me about Angelo State and what it's like here and what my expectations are. One of the things that they are going to have to learn is how to compete. I want kids to compete because real life is about competition. You're competing for jobs, you're competing for a spouse, and those types of things. And so we try to relate everything that we do in here to what's going to happen beyond volleyball. We've had a few players play professionally after, their careers here at Angelo State, but a majority of our kids are going to go into the workforce and be, doctors and physical therapists and teachers and go into the business world. So we want them to be prepared for some of the things that are going to happen out there. I want our kids to have a great experience while they're here, but I'm going to challenge them, and I think that's one of the things that they like about it. They're going to leave a different person than when they came, and we want that to be a better, stronger person. There have been a lot of people along the way that have helped me. You really want to try to surround yourself with great people, and I've been fortunate to also work for some great people along the way. I got my start at a community college in upstate New York with a gentleman named Dan Jarvis, who was the athletic director. He actually was the basketball coach when I was in high school, and he recruited me to play basketball there, but I chose to go to RPI instead. But he gave me my shot, my first chance. I had zero coaching experience. All I had was some playing experience, and he took a chance on a young kid, to restart their program. When I moved to Florida, I had the opportunity to be a high school coach, and Kevin Gaines was my athletic director there, and the same thing. I had no high school experience, and not only did he help me get in the gym and be the coach of the team, but he also helped me get a teaching job there. I taught high school physics for 6 years, at the high school level, and along the way, he helped me kind of define what I wanted to be as a coach and how I wanted to help kids and how I wanted to grow as a coach as well, and gave me those opportunities. Obviously when I went to Florida Southern, Jill Stevens was a huge part of my growth. She had an open book policy. She let me be involved in every part of the coaching process, and I was an assistant and I was a sponge, and she let me be a sponge, and I can't thank her enough. A lot of the things that we do here are because of the things that she taught me there at Florida Southern, and I'm always learning from her and from the other coaches around me. But then when I came out here, Kathleen Brasfield was our athletic director, and she gave me my shot, my shot of being a head coach as a collegiate coach, and she trusted in some people that knew me. She didn't really know anything about me. So another person that kind of took a leap of faith to kind of give a young guy, well, I guess I'm not young anymore, but give an inexperienced coach a chance. And, I appreciate it to this day because she allowed me to just do what I wanted to do. Obviously she has a ton of experience as a volleyball coach, and, an incredible amount of wins and success, and is well known all around the country, but she let me do what I wanted to do, and if I had questions, she would always answer them, but she never told me this is how you're supposed to do it, and she let me make some mistakes, and she let me have some success, and so I really appreciate that for sure. Every day we try to talk to our kids about what our gym culture is supposed to be like, what we want our team to be like, and we want our kids to work hard, we want them to be disciplined, but I think even more important than that, we want them to have fun. Happy players are better players, and happy players make happy coaches. So we want to work hard, be disciplined, but we definitely want to have fun when we're training, when we're competing. I think a big part of our program is family. Not just the family of players that I have in our program, but my family as well. It's kind of, volleyball has been a tool for me to kind of, get to know my daughter a little bit better than maybe a regular dad would, and she's someone that enjoys the sport and gets, really likes to play, and she's starting to go through the recruiting process, so it's been kind of neat for me to see it. I've always been on the coach side of the recruiting process, but now I'm on the parent side of it, and I think it's helped me to kind of understand what other parents are going through when they bring their kids here, to check out our campus and see what our program is like and get to know me a little bit. And it's important when parents and families come here and they visit our school that they you know, they get to feel like this is a place that's going to take care of my daughter. You know, there's people here that care about her. The family atmosphere that we have created within this program is huge, you know, and you know, I'm excited for my daughter to go through that process, and I hope that she can find a place, you know, to play that has a similar atmosphere that we have here. I think one of the coolest parts about my job and the career path that I've chosen is that I get to see, you know, girls come into our program just kind of bright-eyed and not really sure of who they are and what they want to do in life, and I get to watch that transformation for them to grow up into strong women and leaders in the community and people who are just goal-oriented and know what they want out of life. Seeing that progression is unbelievable for me. It's one of the biggest reasons why I continue to coach. And you know, I have kids that have graduated from here that are out there. They're making a difference in other people's lives, and I think that's a huge part of why I do what I do.